Hello, I am back with a round 4 feature match. We have Goletta playing Goat Control against Bidoof playing Odion. So we're going to see Bidoof start us off, discarding Anubis to search that man with the mark. And then he's probably going to go ahead and summon that man in the mark, search Verdict of Anubis, some support they got. While he has 3 or more spell and trap cards besides the Verdict, it basically can just negate just any spell or trap, particularly Heavy Storm, which is this deck's one of its weaknesses. You know, you have all this back row, you get blown out by Heavy Storm, and then it also nukes your monsters if you have Temple of the Kings on the field. It nukes your opponent's monsters on top of negating that spell or trap. So that's just gonna get shotgunned right away because we can't have this Cosmic Cyclone banishing our temple, because this is the immovable wall, as they say, but it is susceptible to Cosmic Cyclone. So we're just going to go ahead and negate that, keep the man of the mark safe. And then we're going to see a bottomless trap hole get used on the Spirit of the Fallwind, which is a -1 for Bidoof. He will have to recover that later. Tribe Infecting Virus is going to come down, and we're just going to attempt to swing for 2600. And it goes through. Neither of these traps would be very favorable into that. They would both just be a -1 to deal with a 1600 body, which hopefully we can attack over. Bidoof's going to set another back row, and we draw BLS, which is kind of awkward considering we have no darks. I'm curious why Goletta did not set this Magician of Faith. I guess he wanted to make sure he had discard fodder for his traps. Interesting. Oh, okay. Bidoof's just gonna use Tribe Infecting Virus to destroy man with the mark, so he can discard a card from his hand, putting a trap in grave. And since Temple of the Kings is out, it will not be destroyed by that card effect, but it is still a valid activation. You can still attempt to do it, even if it wouldn't work on this destruction effect. And now that we have 3 traps in grave, we can bottom deck 2 of them to revive the Anubis and make a big push. Goletta attempts to Divine Wrath that summon, but it is not a monster effect. It is just an inherent summon akin to Blackluster Soldier. So instead, he's going to Wing Blast the Temple of the Kings to the top of the deck. Man with the mark is destroyable now. And we have Mirror Force, but it gets negated by a Solemn Judgment. Very, very good. And so then we're just going to have to use Scapegoat to stall. 3 of them are going to die, but a Metamorphosis would be pretty cool if we manage to draw one. Ooh, we're going to Link Summon. Banishing the Lizard to draw a card. Ooh. And then Bidoof discards that card with Tribe Infecting Virus to destroy the token, making sure that no Metamorphosis can happen. Bidoof has to just draw, set, pass. We're in a very simplified game state now. Bottom decking 2 more cards from our graveyard to revive that Anubis, but it gets banished by Bottomless Trap Hole, meaning it is not coming back. But there are still 2 more in Bidoof's deck that he could draw, and there's that Metamorphosis. We have no targets for it, unfortunately. Apophis the Serpent comes out, super strong card. Odion gets 1 copy of Verdict of Anubis that they used earlier, and 1 copy of Apophis the Serpent. So Bidoof has seen both of his limited traps this game. Pretty good. Basically, this comes as a level 4 monster and then sets another one. No, it searches another one. And then, did he activate it the same turn? It can't be activated. Yes, of course. Yeah. That's so good. And Bidoof is just going to swing for game. Yeah, Apophis the Servant, very good. It's a 1-card rank 4 play on top of putting 2 traps in the graveyard to revive Anubis. Just a very good card. Multiple purpose. Goletta's going to start us off using Graceful Charity. Unfortunately, we do not get a plus off of that, and we're losing our Dark Hole, which admittedly might not be live as much in this matchup as it would in others, because Man with the Mark can protect itself. Tribe's going to come down, swing into a Scapegoat. Bidoof's probably just going to use the effect to destroy the remaining tokens in main phase 2. Cosmic Cyclone, banishing a Cosmic Cyclone. Very cool. And then we have Divine Wrath, negating that tribe for a 1-for-1 play, because they discarded for cost and so did we. Now we have Magician of Faith and Metamorphosis into 3 back row. And unfortunately, Metamorphosis Thousand Eyes does not put pressure on the board if there is no monster for it to snatch. Beatup's going to set a 4th back row. Surely there's a verdict in there somewhere to stop Heavy Storm, or maybe he's just all in. We're going to flip summon Magician of Faith, play right into a Torrential, but we get that Graceful Charity back. Interesting. That is a dark, so we have BLS available. We're going to keep the Metamorphosis and discard it Wing Blast instead. If Tour Guide comes out, we're probably... Yeah, we swing for 2,000, right? In case of Mirror Force, we still get a plus off Sangan. Ooh, D-Prison. Unfortunate. Very unfortunate. So we no longer have a second level 3 to make a Grand Pulse or an Alucard. Even if we did, it probably would have got hit by a Bottomless or something. But maybe this Tour Guide can just keep swinging for 1,000 every turn to bring us to victory. We're going to set another Wing Blast. And Beatup is just drawing no monsters. Just getting blown out by this 1,000 attack Tour Guide. No way to counter this pressure. We're setting 5 back row. This is crazy. How do the strongest Odion end board versus 1 Tour Guide? Ooh, do we finally have the 1,600 beater? Nope. Interesting. Goletta's going to go -1 to put that on top of the deck. Beatup will just set it again and activate it again. Interesting play. Ooh, okay. Spirit of the Fall one's pretty nice. That'll give us a +1. Oh, runs into a Fiendish. Never mind. Apophysis is going to come out. Wall this Tour Guide. We still have Disappear. This is really good to banish Anubis once it gets discarded. Get rid of their recurring threat. And a 4th back row comes down. Oh, we draw another Tour Guide. Very cool. Probably making a Grand Pulse here to pop some back row. Yep. See if it eats a Bottomless. And it does eat a Bottomless, unfortunately. Banishing 2 to summon Blackluster Soldier eats a Solemn Warning. And Beatup is down to 1,000 life points. Do we Metamorphosis? Oh, holy crap. What a top deck. We have Charging Guy to Metamorphosis and then search our 3rd Blackluster Soldier. And summon... Oh, yep. And Beatup is gonna scoop there. Goletta was about to Metamorphosis into King Dragon, a 2,400 beat stick that can't be targeted, and search a Blackluster Soldier in the process. So it was just a matter of time before Beatup died. I wonder what his remaining 4 back row were. Oh, that's scary. Gonna set 3 back row behind a Raikou. Don't like that one bit. Goletta has some options here. Probably just attacking with Sangan. Beatup lets it happen. Raikou is going to be wasted on that Sangan, but it did mill a Temple and a Bottomless in the process. Good fodder for Anubis. Sangan's going to search Tour Guide, give us a follow-up play for next turn, and we set some back row and pass. Beatup is not drawing a lot of monsters again. Same as game 2 that just finished. Beatup is just seeing all the traps, no monsters. I do know Beatup plays a pretty low monster count. And what is this? 45 cards. And I think Beatup only plays like 15 monsters. And 3 of them are Gores, which is not live right now. I want to say Beatup plays 3 Anubis, 3 Man, 3 Raikou, 3 Tribe, and 3 Gores. Or something along those lines. And then 30 spells and traps. Oh yeah, did I say Tribe? I think I said 3 Tribe. Yeah, Raikou, Tribe, Gores, and then the Man with the Mark and Anubis. That Tribe eats a Bottomless, Cosmic trades for Solemn, and then we have the Apophis coming out, giving us 2 bodies. Potentially a rank 4 if we need it. Gonna attack one of those tokens. The stats are 16, 18. Beatup did not... Goletta did not deem it necessary to use the Bottomless on that. Barrows is gonna come down. Ward of the Missing Barrows. Mascot of Split format. And it gets stopped by a Solemn Judgment for 3,500 life points. A worthy trade. And that Barrows is gonna feed right into a BLS, which eats a Bottomless. Goletta is just pushing through this back row one at a time. Ooh, okay. Interesting. What just happened? What was that bottomless? What did I just witness? Oh, this Apophis was attempted to summon, got stopped by a bottomless. I don't know why this bottomless just hit the grave. I'm pretty confused. I don't know what happened there. And I don't want to waste y'all's time rewinding. Y'all can rewind the video, see what happened. Tour Guide's going to come down and get stopped by Banishing Trap Pole, but we do still get the effect off because it doesn't negate the summon. Unfortunately, it just gets attacked. Ooh, let's see what this Graceful Charity gets us. I think Goletta's in a really good spot here. Beaters just seems to be dead drawing. Okay, we don't need that Dark Hole because we have Metamorphosis to deal with this Apophis. Swing for 1600 a couple times. Nothing can attack into this Thousand Eyes or change battle position. Oh, looks like they're checking what the stats would be if it eats a trap monster. They were checking the ruling in real time. I'm pretty sure it keeps the stats of the trap monster as it was on the field. Let's see what they end up doing. Let me fast forward here for a second. Looks like it didn't matter anyway. He BLS'd his own Thousand Eyes so that his cards could attack, and then he summons Fall Wind and pushes for game. So whether or not Thousand Eyes had stats did not matter regardless. Man with the Mark comes down. BLS will simply banish. Searching out a Verdict of Anubis, which is dead right now since there's not enough back row. Beto says his draws were atrocious. He had Gores, but 1,000 back row on the board. Also, this Fiendish was floating. Fiendish Chain and Gores are not a match made in heaven, that is for sure. And Goletta takes that match with Goat Control. You love to see it. The Odion Menace being stopped by good guy Goat Control. And we got to see Metamorphosis in 1,000 Eyes, the classic. Goat Control is one of the underdog pools in split format, I cannot lie. So it's cool getting to see it do its thing and just have play after play after play. It was really cool. Punishing Odion for the crime of existing. I'll see y'all in the next match. Thank you for watching.